All right. What is up, guys? I've got Dash with me today, who's one of our clients who is crushing it. And let's just go back and forth. So, what were you actually working on before we started working together?
I was working on a lot actually. So I'm someone that's just like once the minute someone brings an idea to me, I'm just like, yes, I want to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's them starting a business, if it's an MLM or like whatever it may be, I'm just like, yes, I want to do it. So I actually have like four side businesses aside from this. I was working two jobs. I worked at Orange Theory Fitness and then I worked at a gym up the road. Orange Theory was full time, 15 hours a week. My part time was about 7 hours, and then my other individual businesses. And on top of that, I still wanted to do online training. Um, and when I first started, I kind of just looked at what everyone else did, and some people were just like, "Yeah, I took it as what you do in any business, like start small and work your way up." So a lot of people are just like, "Yeah, like sell a program for like $10 or be like $10 per session for training." So I was doing stuff like that, but
Hmm.
it wasn't profitable because I didn't really know how to market or who to market to. And I was kind of just putting out content, but it's just like after a while, it kind of just seems like you're looking at yourself working out on Instagram and Facebook.
Hmm.
So I knew I
Okay.
needed to change something.
Right. Well, what was that sort of breaking point for you when you were like, "Oh crap, I got to do something different"? Was it a specific event?
uh, well, honestly, aside from COVID, one thing that definitely opened my eyes is just working for the other gym that I work for up the road is they kind of do sales calls, and they do high ticket pricing, but since it's an actual gym, I get a percentage.
Mhm.
So it's just like when I was looking at it from that perspective, I'm just like, so I've done a high ticket sale before, but
Mhm.
I got 40%, you know,
Right.
as opposed to I'm just like, and even when I have some members that follow me now on my page, they'll go through my content. I'll see them like, like older content that I posted, or they'll comment like, oh yeah, like I need this, or like I'm happy I saw this or something like that. So I'm just like, well, so it's not necessarily the content I'm posting, it's really just about, who needs to see it.
Mhm. Okay. And what was your price point? So how long were you trying to grow your business for before you actually enrolled in the mentorship? Was it like quite a few months?
It was about 4 months 'cause I started in October.
Okay.
And
Mm.
yeah, I started in October and throughout February I was trying to do the whole I can um maybe I could do like 250 or something like that. Like I really wasn't trying to go above 250, and that's probably because I never been the one to like maybe try to ask for money or say like, yeah, you need this. And you know, from there I never really thought about it of, I'm basically holding this person accountable every single day. Like I'm
Mm.
gonna be the reason why they lose weight or why they don't lose weight. And that's not 100%, every client. But a lot of times people they might want to ask questions, but they don't know where to ask or they don't know where to
Right.
start. So yeah, like I started just at 250, and once I wasn't getting any results with that, I'm just like, man, I should just lower my price. Cause I'm just like, if I just lower my price and I get more people, I'll get the same outcome. But
Mhm.
it's just I didn't know how to move that. I was just kind of just like, yeah, I'm gonna lower my price, but it's just like at the same time, the only people that are following me are other people who are in shape, people I play sports with, so they're not people that need my training. They're just people who see like, oh, cool, he's a personal trainer.
Right. So then you had been trying for around 4 months to go online, and your
Yeah.
highest price point was 250, but you didn't manage to sell any. So in those 4 months that you tried, about how much money did you actually generate? Like, was it pretty low or?
From training, I probably generated $100, and that's not including like my other jobs. Like just me, I probably
Mhm.
generated like $100,
Okay.
and it was annoying because I dropped it down to first before I got the $10 per person. I did 25 per person, so uh, I had four clients, and it's just like I'm doing it like I had four clients for $25 for like the whole program, so that way they could do it by themselves. And then like after I sold it to them, I'm thinking to myself like, do they even really know what they're doing or where they're going with this? And like I didn't really feel satisfied. Like even though those were my first sales, I kind
Yeah.
of just felt like I could have done better. Like by the client anyway.
Yeah. So after around 4 months, you made $100 from selling $25 program sort of thing. And
Mhm.
a lot of people watching this are actually in similar positions where, they've been trying for quite a long time. And then financially, a lot of people are actually in pretty tough positions. So for you, obviously, what was the trigger that made you feel like, hey, you know what? I actually have to do something out of my comfort zone and invest in my business and invest something uncomfortable to get the right support?
Um, First, well, I mean, aside from COVID, because I was actually getting started with this, like, it was crazy. I was actually, getting into your program like a little bit before like all the chaos was going
Yeah.
on. So, but the thing with me is I had more bills that were starting to stack up. I haven't been in college for going on a year and a half now. So it's just they start making you pay your student loans back. I help pay car insurance. So it's just like bills were kind of starting to pile up. And it's like even when I was making with both of my jobs, I didn't even have like, $1,000 just in my account, for emergency, which,
Mhm.
most Americans don't have $1,000 in their account, or most people don't have $1,000 in their accounts for just an emergency in general. So it's like I'm getting tired and I'm doing the same thing and I'm not producing like the results that I need to. And it's just like I already know my goals and what I want. I know the things I want. So like one of the main breaking points was probably just I told myself that there are a lot of people who are willing to go broke for a weekend now.
Mm.
They're just like, I will go broke this weekend just to, have fun because I deserve this. But it's just like, I told myself like there are more things I deserve. Like, I need a car. I need, my own space so I can work better. And it's just that was probably just the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't want to just be in a space where I'm just like, oh my goodness, I have 5 days for this bill. Like, I need to stack up the sales. Like, because then you just get anxiety and you're thinking more about what you need to do than actually doing it.
Yeah, that's super interesting because a lot of people in your position where financially they're already pretty stretched would be thinking, hey, you know what? Actually, I got to save money and hold my money as opposed to throw it all in business mentorship. So, what was your thought process before you did that? Were you scared? Or,
I
how did
was
you overcome that fear?
I was definitely scared. And it's probably because most people, whatever they do, like when you're like 16, 17, 18, when you decide you want to do something, you're just like, this is what I'm going to do forever. You might give it your all, and it doesn't go your way, and after that, you're kind of just like almost anything you do after that, you're kind of halfway on it, like with your effort, because you know what it's like to give 100% towards something and to not reach that goal. So in the back of your head, there's just like there's almost another way to do it, but like especially when it came to coaching, like I was telling myself, like I feel like I could look all this stuff up or I could do this by myself. But then it's just like even if you can't do that, you don't know where to look or who to look to. And it's just like everyone needs coaching at the end of the day. You know, um, every great sports coach was coached by someone.
Mhm.
So it's just like everyone needs a coach. It definitely was something that I was kind of on the edge about, just specifically because I've never directly just paid someone to actually, just teach me something that I feel like I could have understood. Um, but I always told myself like any results you want, you have to go to the person that has them. So it's just, if you see someone's making 6 figures a year doing this, like why not go to that person?
Right. So you were in this space of like, part of it was ego, could I just figure it out by myself? Why should I pay someone when I can look it up? But then eventually you put that aside because you knew that you needed to get help from people who could give you the shortcut, right? So
100%.
now you're around 2 to 3 months in. In the beginning, before you enrolled, you were charging $25. What is your price point now?
Our price point is 1,500 to 2K. Because at first, when I was talking to Dan, he was just like, do nothing under 1,000. So, yeah, yeah, he was just like, I'll be honest, yeah, nothing below 1,000. So, I started off with 1,000, and like my first week, like I was just like hot with like posting and all the other stuff, and then I got my first sales in like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this works. And the person that I sold it to is in India. So it's just like their currency compared to ours is like, the price point is basically 176,000 in the Indian rupee.
Yeah.
So that's 6 figures in their currency. So like I'm thinking to myself, if someone is willing to pay 6 figures in their currency for, something for one of my programs, then I don't see why, someone can't even pay 4 in this country.
Mm.
So gradually, that's why I started increasing it to 1,500. And it was a bit more complicated. So I started downselling with starting off with like it's 2,000. If you can do it today, it'll be 1,500. And what I found is just like your base is gonna weed out the weak. Either people are gonna want your program or they're not going to. It's like if some
Hmm.
people, no matter how many times you lower your price point. I'm running a promotion right now, and there's some people that I'm just like, oh yeah, I know you said you couldn't pay for it. Now it's right here, and they're just like, oh yeah, I'll think about it. So it's
Yeah.
just like generally what I realized is like you're gonna weed out the weak because you don't want everyone as a client, and it might sound confusing at first, but like this is money that they're paying for a lifestyle.
Hmm.
So you kind of don't want someone that might be a little iffy about it, or someone who like they can do this by themselves, or they just want to try it out. So I right now it was 1,500, but it's definitely going up to 2K. And I'm probably just gonna stick with that and
Yeah.
just see how that goes for some months, and then because I want to eventually work my way up to at least 3,
Uh-huh.
and then just kind of keep it there solid.
Nice. All right. And so with the new price point, what revenue did you hit this month so far?
I hit I hit 5K this month.
Mhm.
Because I was running. Yeah, I had 5K this month, which is actually what I told you like when I first started, and
Yeah.
it wasn't until Dan asked me. He asked me yesterday. He asked me yesterday. He was like, "How much have you done?" And then I went by and I counted like the people in my program because since I was running my promotion, it was like $500, and then if you want to continue it, transition, and then you can go ahead and pay the last
Mm.
1,000. So I was actually going through it, and then I realized that I had 7 people at 500, and then I had one paying full at 15. I'm just like, that's $5,000.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's just
yes.
like, yes, I was going through it. I was just like, wow, like, and I've been working so much that I haven't realized it. Also because I'm not much of a spender, so anything that's
Yeah.
coming out of my account is probably a bill, and I just haven't realized it. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so it's just like when I hit that, that's why then he was just like, why haven't you talked about this? I was like, I didn't even realize it
Right.
probably until you asked me, until I physically saw it. So yeah, like I'm definitely at 5K right now, and I already told Dan like I'm trying to get 2,500 before the week is over.
Mm.
My birthday is Thursday, so it's like I want to get 2,500 because that'd be a great birthday gift, honestly.
Yes. How
Yeah,
old are you
so
turning?
I'm turning 22.
22.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
yes, I'm
At
a baby. You can
22,
say it.
that is bull. At 22, I didn't even know the word entrepreneurship. And here you are running a full-time online business at 20, not even 22 yet. And you still have 1 week to go. So you could hit
Exactly.
36K. Yeah. And what have you been able to do with that money? Like, are you quitting your job now, or what's the plan?
Yeah. I'm about to say so. Like my other job, I already parted way with them like at the end of May. So my part-time job, since they have helped a lot. I mean, even with the sales process, I actually use some of the calls over there to help me with my own programming as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I that's why I told myself I owed them to at least like finish out my full year with them. But yeah, like with the money, I'm definitely like investing into other things just simply because, like I said, I have so many other like side hustles or businesses that I'm doing, and they're all things that help other people as well. So, I definitely invest into those as well as like, I'm getting ahead of my student loans. Like I want to be able to pay off my student loans by the time my birthday is over with next year and
Yeah.
just like have it all the way out because it's just like it's something I've always felt like once you're debt free, you're rich. You might not be like really rich, but it's just like you don't owe anyone. And that's kind of, most people's issue when it comes to any type of money. They always owe somebody.
Mm.
So, like my main thing is just wiping out all debt completely. I about to say I paid off 3 of my credit cards so far. Um,
Wow. Nice.
yeah, so I would say that's big for me just because like I've seen my credit like plummet. So it's just like I paid off like 3 of my credit cards so far. Like I'm caught up on all my bills. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm about to say next year, like I definitely want my student loans because my student loans, I know it's gonna be the last thing I pay off. I have like some hospital bills that I'm not worried about. I'm paying those off next month. So yeah,
Mhm.
like a lot of those are going to get paid off as well, and definitely I'm probably going car searching. pretty soon.
You're getting what? You're going what?
I'm going to look for a car pretty soon.
A car. What do you have in mind? Lambo,
Um,
Tesla.
no, I'm not there yet. I'm about to
Not
say
there
my
yet.
ideal car is definitely, I've always wanted a Benz truck, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I've always wanted a Benz truck. So I told myself like maybe I should just hold out for that because I know like at the pace I'm going right now that that's something that's going to be attainable. So
Yeah.
that's definitely something like I'm holding out for. Um, I've always liked trucks, even though I'm kind of a small person, but I guess that's the thing.
Nice. That is amazing. So, in less than 3 months, you've gotten from 0 to 5K, and it's not even the end of the month yet. You've still got another week. What is next for business? Do you feel like 10K is going to be your next goal, or do you want to build a team or keep it at 5K slow and steady? What's the plan?
I do want to keep it at 5K slow and steady, but just because, like you said, I do want to build a team because
Hmm.
I don't want this to get too complicated
Right.
before, it is right in front of me. Like, I don't want to come to a point where it's just like now, I'm having to take, all calls. Cause like, even that's why I was even talking to Dan, like, last week was kind of hectic that, even some calls, I was just like, I was texting them like, give me 10 minutes or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, like you said, like I kind of do want to build a team and just and it's not even going to be like a crazy amount of people, but even just 3 to 4 more individuals, because I know a bunch of people like in the area who are trainers.
Hmm.
They want to start their own thing, so it's just like even if I could, not even necessarily just show them everything that I've done, but kind of just take them under my wing, or not show them everything that you've done or you taught me, but kind of just take them under my wing so they can at least see how things are run. Because
Right.
um, like I said, I don't want it to come back and like slap me in the face. Like I have too many people that I'm forgetting to text clients. I'm forgetting to post content, and I just overwhelm myself. So like I want to be at 5K steady. So it's like I know that once I can do that with the team consistently for like 3 months,
Mhm.
then I could be like, all right, guys, here's our goal now.
Right. Nice. And what do you have to say, or what advice would you give for anyone who's maybe on the fence about whether they should take the leap and roll and get the right help?
You need a coach. We all need what we don't know until we have it, and it's a leap because I mean a lot of us have not spent that much money sometimes by ourselves solely. Um, I'm not saying if you haven't taken out a loan before, but it's just like, that's still kind of different because at least you have time to, get that back. But like a lot of people have never really spent the money on their dream or excuse me, on their dreams. Like when you tell them to invest into themselves, a lot of times they think of it as let me go buy myself this, or let me go get let me go drive around in one of my favorite cars like for a rental. And that's a form of investing into yourself, but like, to really reap the benefits, it's just like, you're gonna need someone that has the results to show you at the end of the
Hmm.
day. So, it's just like you're gonna get butterflies in your stomach, but if you're not feeling uncomfortable, then you're not gonna reach, where you want to be at the end of the day. Cause I mean I feel comfortable now,
Yeah.
like when you asked me for the first payment, it was just like I didn't even know if I was gonna get paid that Friday. But at the same time, I wasn't going to keep thinking about it because I was going to keep hearing your voice in my head, and then I was going to be like, why didn't I do it? So
Hmm.
it's just like take the step, and even on the way there, it's just like it's not like you're just gonna get into the program that you're not gonna talk to Hannah for 3 months. So it's just like definitely take that first step. That's gonna be the hardest thing. I say like that's gonna be the hardest thing because after that, everything is laid out for you. All you have to do is actually perform and do the work.
Mm.
Once you do that, like everything, it just seems easier. After your first sale, you're gonna be like, I've been making this way too complicated.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say definitely do that and just stick with your plan.
Yeah, I love that. So thank you for sharing your story. Where can people find you on social media so they can stalk you?
My Facebook is at my name right here that you see, Dash for Joppa. And then my Instagram page is Jopportunity. So that's my last name, TUNITY. And then
Nice.
my other Instagram page as well at CSS_FN.
All right, guys, make sure you check out how this 21-year-old pulls in more than 5K a month.